Welcome to this episode of Ask the Guitar Coach, the only podcast where you get answers to all your guitar-related questions. If you're interested in developing your guitar skills and reaching your music goals, please send me an email at the email address ioannis@ioannis.org. That is ioannis@ioannis.org, so that I can let you know about all the different packages of elite guitar coaching and how you can get private coaching by me. Without further ado, let's go to our question for the day. Are there any things that you did when you were practicing intensely that you now see that really helped you? That's a very good question. Off the top of my head, I can think of 4 different things that I did that turned out to be very good ideas. I can take credit for them since I did them, but I honestly did not know what I was doing, so it's very random that I did some things right. But those 4 things that I'm going to mention, also definitely seem to stand the test of time and really help me develop my playing and my career. So, 4 things. Let's see them. Number 1, concerning my music studies. I firmly decided and found a way to go and follow and study at GIT. That's Musicians Institute in Hollywood. And also, I made the effort to get in there as a top student, let's say. So when I gave my exams, I got a really high score, which put me on the advanced class, which is very important because that's where all the really cool instructors were teaching, because you had the top instructors teaching the top class. So that was the first thing and probably the most important thing from what I can see now with the infinite benefit on hindsight. Number 2, transcribing. I actually spent a whole summer in my summer house, just 5 to 10 hours a day, transcribing different solos and different music that I liked. That means I would just pick a solo, just play it over and over again at half speed, and then just write it down in tab and notation, and that really helped me. Now, 15 years later, when I checked those transcriptions, there were maybe 30 or 40% of them were wrong, but the whole process of learning how to transcribe and learning what would be playable and where it should be playable and how to write this down in notation and tablature and rhythm notation really helped me a lot. So that was a very important thing and really helped in every aspect of my career afterwards. Number 3, I kept a very meticulous, I would say, audio recording log of my musical ideas. At the time, I had a Sony Walkman that had the recording function, so that we're talking about an audio tape, and I would go everywhere with it. So if I had an idea for a song, I would just hum it, right, just sing it on the recorder. If I was playing and I was practicing, I would have it right next to me, so it would be really right here, and as soon as I would have a good idea, I would be oh, I need to record this. Just press record and record the thing. I still have more than 20 tapes from those days, and several of the songs in my latest CDs have come from initial ideas from those tapes. So that was a very good, very smart thing to do. And let's move on to number 4. The same way that I kept an audio log of my ideas, of my playing, I kept a pretty good paper log of any musical ideas that I found. So if I played something and it sounded interesting, I would just jot it down in tablature, and then later on I would go and see how can I develop this idea. So for example, if I found an arpeggio with string skipping that sounded good, I would say, okay, so this sounds good in this position, let's try to make it in the next position, and then the next inversion, and the next inversion. And then this way, I would find different things that would be interesting to me. Now, it doesn't sound like a big deal. However, the ideas that were in those logs, in those like journals, let's say, is what later was developed to become my, if I can say that, my own playing. So the musical identity, they can be very clearly traced back to those notes, those scribbled notes in the paper journal that I had, just pieces of tablature with handwritten notes and handwritten musical ideas. So there you have it. 4 things that I think I did right. And we should probably do a video on the other 400 things that I did wrong. So the 4 things that I did right though: 1, going to JT. Number 2, doing transcriptions for a full summer. Number 3, keeping an audio log of my musical ideas that were later used for my CDs. And number 4, keeping a paper log of my musical ideas, again, and cool licks that I found, and those that were used to become later my own, I guess, personal favorites in my playing. So I hope this was a helpful video, and I will see you on the next episode of Ask the Guitar Coach. Until then, keep those questions coming and have fun shredding. Bye bye.